Hello everyone, today is Monday, January 28th. It's 4:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's about 5 minutes after the regular session closed, and you can see my computer clock on my right, and on my left is the time in sales, the E-mini S&P, currently trading at 2641. So I haven't made a video in a couple of days because I've been down with a cold or the flu or whatever you want to call it. It does get cold here in Hawaii. It's like 62 overnight and 67 is the high today where I live. In any case, I'm just feeling well enough to make a video today. So first up is the NASDAQ on a 5-minute chart, and this is using our average filter, and you can see it plotted here on the chart, and it coincided with the short trade. I also changed the entry time to 6:30, as I noticed that a lot of times these moves begin earlier than the session open, and in this case that paid off. We had a small loser. It only drew down about a couple $100, and then this fantastic short trade on a 5-minute chart. We were filled on our limit filled. These are minute bars. It's only pulling back 4 ticks or 1 point, but then you can see here the market basically went over the cliff at the 9 o'clock hour. It must, news related, I don't know, I didn't check. But in any case, our profit targets here, the first target is 200 ticks. So this is 200 ticks on our first target, and then our second target, I'm trailing at 400 ticks. I'm basically trailing by 2%, and that's probably what happened here. And the goal here is 2550 with a loss limit of 1500, and so this actually hit its goal and had strong positive slippage, and so it didn't trade again. This was the only trade. This is as good as it gets. So just kind of zoom in on this a little bit. This is what the Autotrader is capable of. 99 out of 100 traders could not hold a trade like this or make a trade like this. It'd be very, very difficult. Okay, next is the DAX on a 987 Heikin-Ashi tick chart. This just had a single trade and did 1575. Our goal on this is 1550, so a tick per contract of positive slippage on a single trade. Nicely done. Okay, next is the E-mini S&P on a Super Renko 4-tick chart. This one has a $1,000 goal, and I'm running several charts on the 4 Renko, and they're just different money management schemes and different sensitivities. This one is a sensitivity of 1. In any case, this went sideways for the first hour and then kind of came back with a couple of trades here and came up and hit its goal. Okay, next up is a regular 5 Renko chart, and this had 2 trades back to back, and this did 1100. The goal on this is 1000, so some strong positive slippage on this chart. Okay, another Super Renko 4-tick chart. This one has a higher time frame filter of Super Renko 6. We've seen this chart quite a bit. Conservative profit goals and a daily goal of 750, and trend sensitivity of 1. Just pretty basic setup here. This one had no losers and no drawdown, and ultimately hit its goal and had strong positive slippage. Okay, the DAX on a Super Renko 6 tick with a sensitivity of 9. This is a really interesting chart. Your entries are kind of late, but you filter out so much noise that it allows the trade to be, often to win. The problem is your money management. So here it ended the day at 750, so just a few ticks on here, because on this one I have the break-even stop. This is the first time I've probably ever showed where I've used a break-even stop. So at 50 ticks, which is the first target, I'm moving the stop to plus 10 ticks. And so this is another way you can use break-even stop. So it didn't go far enough to trigger a trail stop. It might have, but in any case, you could have tighter money management, but you might miss some bigger moves. So it's tricky setting up the money management here. It depends on what your goals are. In any case, this is done pretty good. The days that I didn't make a video because I was ill, this chart also performed. So I don't think it's lost yet. It's had gains every day since I plotted it. So it's an interesting approach. But like all things that are new like this, I need to watch it for a bit more time to determine if it's really a valid way to go or a valid setup to actually use. Okay, next up is another E-mini S&P Super Anko 4 tick. This did 975. It didn't have a negative drawdown. We had a positive start, a couple of losers, and then a really nice winning trade when the market sold off after the open. So it was this trade here that brought us to our goal on this chart, which is 1,000, and the sensitivity on this is 1, and again, different money management, but no higher time frame filter on this one. Okay, the crude oil on a Super Anko 8 tick went back and forth between winners and losers, and then ultimately closed positive 610. And this is using our line break logic on a Super Anko 8 tick chart. Okay, the ES on a Super Anko 6 tick. This did 775 for the day, and the goal on this is 1350. So shy of our goal. It's a limit fill with a 3 tick pullback and a sensitivity of 1.2. Okay, next up is the E-mini S&P on a Super Anko 4 tick. This is using a 60-minute higher time frame. This was moderately volatile today. This looks like it had an equity high of 700 here during this larger period of down, and then a couple of losers starting here, but then recovered, pretty decently, at least to be on the positive side, and finish at 480 for the day. And that was thanks to these couple of winners here when the market rebounded. Okay, another E-mini S&P Super Anko 4 tick chart. This one has a higher time frame filter of Super Anko 6 and a very tight sensitivity, very sensitive setting here. Anyway, this finished at 337.50. There was another 3, 4, or 5 charts that did 200-300 for the day, and I'm not going to bother to show them all. That's all for today's video. Thanks for watching.